My name is Inna. I'm from northwestern part of Russia. I'm from Pskov. It's one of the most ancient towns in Russia. It was built in 903. I like everything in Russia. I mean, where I lived, maybe I didn't like the climate a lot because it was kind of cold and windy. But as for everything else, studying there, growing up, have fun with my friends. So it was great time, beautiful, and very beautiful town actually. It's a lot to see there. Of course, to leave my parents, friends, everyone is there. I'm just here alone. So that was the hardest part. As for everything else, I think the USA right now is my new home, actually. I feel like I was born here because everything is so like familiar because I was raised on American culture and better in terms of education, economy and everything. So that's why I just miss my parents, my friends, but I keep in touch via Skype. I don't miss like I lived a little bit in another city, not in Pskov, but in Voronezh before I immigrated. And I would say I don't miss that city, but I miss Pskov because I was born there. And because they renovated it a lot and I've been there recently, maybe I've been there 6 years ago, last time. And it looks so great right now. And it's so renovated and so green. So everything is done to make it better. So I really want to go back and see everything again someday. The biggest was problems in economy. So I just realized there is not a lot of future for me or my future kids in Russia. So I decided to immigrate because I wanted a better life for myself and for my future kids as well. There were like high rates of unemployment and not a lot of opportunities as for career paths, for example. That's why I decided it's better to leave now because I am young enough to leave and I know English. I've been learning it for many years and I just realized it's a good chance for me right now to do that. It wasn't easy, but if you know English, it can be done much easier because some people, they immigrate with the help of some agencies which translate everything to them and it's cost a lot of money. As for me, I knew English, so I could do everything by myself. The most important and hardest thing was to actually find the way to immigrate. And I was very lucky to win green card. This is how I actually came here. So I was very lucky. My fortune, I won a fortune. I had a little dream. I wanted to graduate in the United States. I wanted to get another degree. That's why I went to university. So I had my bachelor's in Russia and I decided I need to get another degree. Also, I wanted to find something like new career path because I wasn't satisfied with my career path in Russia. My first education was dedicated to tourism, but I didn't want to pursue my career in that way. And I decided I need to find something else. That's how I chose public health. And I got my master's degree and I had a graduation ceremony and it was so amazing. And now I'm looking forward to building my career in public health to serve the community. So this expectation was high and I am very satisfied how I ended up. Compared to now, when you first arrive, you feel like you came to another planet. It feels like that because everything is different. First of all, America has a lot of space. Only people who live in Europe may understand what I mean, because in Europe it's always like little space for everything. It's a lot of buildings, a lot of stores. They are all in one location, and usually people use a lot of public transportation. As for here, you have a lot of space. You may drive anywhere, and at the same time, you cannot survive here without a car. But I like it now. At first, I didn't like it because it was different, but then I realized how better it is. And now I actually feel like claustrophobia. Like if I would live in Europe, I think I would get a claustrophobia after living in the United States. And another thing was clean streets, great roads with lines. Actually, it's very important when you drive. In Russia, we had so many problems with that because sometimes you just don't know where is your lane. And what else? People are kind, hospitable. I mean, in the beginning, so many people said something like, where are you from? Because of accent, of course. And when I told them, they like, oh, welcome to the United States. And they asked some questions like, how do I like it here? And it was so like different. And people smile a lot. In Russia, people don't smile, not because they are mad or whatever. It's not a cultural thing, because people don't smile to strangers. In Russia, if you smile to stranger, it means you need something from the person, or maybe you have mental disease. It's just the cultural thing, but it is the truth. So usually people are like gloomy, but as soon as they see a friend or someone they know, they smile. I think this is what comes in my mind about my first time here. Okay, in Russia you may work hard, very hard. You may have two free jobs, and at the same time you cannot afford a lot, literally. As for America, it gives so many opportunities to earn and to buy what you want, but you also need to work hard. This is the difference. You work hard in both countries, but the outcome in America is higher. Like, you may buy a house, you may have 3 cars or 2 cars in your family, but at the same time, yes, you work hard, but it is possible. In Russia, most people, they cannot afford even 1 car in the family. This is the difference. Grocery. You cannot imagine how diverse grocery you have in the United States. Different cheeses, meats and everything. So delicious, so made in real products and everything. Unfortunately, in Russia, especially in 2016 maybe, we started noticing like very less qualitative products. And as for meat, for example, it was very expensive, and many families, they cannot afford to buy meat during their week even. This is how hard it is to live right now in there. And right now, seeing what is going on, I feel like I'm so lucky to be here, because this is the best country to live, in my opinion, of course. But I have an opportunity to compare. But so in my opinion, this is the most high technology. Yeah, I forgot. One of the most especially important to me and to many people when they come here, how technologically advanced the United States is. Everything is in electronic way. If you pay for something, you may pay it online. In Russia, it's not like that. Sometimes you need to go to the bank or somewhere else to sign something, and it's such a big problem. Here, much easier. And my first iPhone was here because I had to buy it, because, you know, to be in the progress, you know, and to make it easier for me. And at first it was not easy, like a new phone, everything is new. But then I realized, oh my God, how comfortable is that? I think that all countries, they have some stereotypes about other countries, other people, and especially about Russians, that we drink vodka a lot. We have beers on the streets. Maybe it's a joke, but it's typical. And I never heard about that from any people here, but I read a lot about that on internet. So maybe some people really think that I drink a lot of vodka since I'm Russian, or I have like high tolerance to alcohol, but no. And but it's funny, it's not bad. So I don't mind about anything of that, unless it's rude, right? But it's not rude. Expect to work hard. Expect to learn English during all your life. Expect to not understand people sometimes and not to be upset about that. Expect to not be lazy if you want to achieve something. And expect that people will be hospitable. Don't afraid to come, because here you don't feel like you're an immigrant. You feel like you are at home.